So what we're going to do is we're going to test how much power we're actually going to be getting at the module. Tell me I'm the only one that actually likes chargers. So you guys have seen on my channel that I've done a lot of reviews on different power banks and different types of electricity modules of sort. But I'm going to do a review on this because actually Anker sent this to me. They were like, hey man, we saw you did some videos on some wireless chargers and chargers. Well, we got something for you. And I've already done a review on the Tesla Jam, which I was not a fan of. That other one, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm into them because I have a lot of AirPods Pros and the 2s, and I use these guys, and I put them on those things, but they work, but they're not the best. So I'm hoping that this can not only serve as a charger for my AirPods, but also a charger for my phone. And essentially, one is going to counterweight the other. G2 15-watt charging, I do not think is available at all for any Android as of the date of this video. So that may have changed if this comes out a little bit later, but it is essentially the same thing. Kind of shows up here. It's designed for iPhone because that's the 15-watt wireless charging. This has a little swing arm on it. You put your watch on it, it'll charge that. And then there's a pad for your AirPods. And then, of course, the charger for the phone. And I hope it's actually this color, not the white version. MagSafe compatible instead of using the hockey puck. There you go. Everything on the back of the box. Great. We all know Anker products. So let's just crack this open. K's out the front. Sexy. Yeah, a little user manual. USB, you're going to need that to power this up. This is not a power bank. Keep that in mind. So I know that they made a cube variation of this. It was a little bit bigger, had a little slide out door, so to speak. This is going to pop up. That is where you're going to charge it. Kind of goes on there just like that. Try to see if that's magnetic. It is. It feels like it's magnetic, but I might be losing my mind. And then, of course, your power brick. So on the side of it, you have your USB. This guy pops out for your watch. And that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to test how much power we're actually going to be getting at the module. And of course, we're going to be using the Pro USB-C with the, I think it's the 120 watt brick from Apple. 120 or 80 watt. It's the big one, biggest one they sell. So let's see what we're getting here. We are getting 14 volt. And if we put our phone on it, I apologize for that reflection. It's a little bit hard to see. And that is charging. There you go. And that is rated to go up to 15 watts. And you can see already, we're going up. I'm interested to see if it goes past 12. I'm going to take about a half a volt away, though, just because of the power that this is going to. You can see that we are kind of floating in that. There's the 10. There's the 11. 13. Past 13. I'm impressed. Come on, hit that 15. Hit that 15. Come on. Well, we're going to leave that plugged in and see if we can get that to go to 15. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add this on and see if that actually was a little magnet. So now it's going up to 15 now. Granted, now we are adding that on there. And as soon as we put that on, now if we take it off, we're at 13. At 14, and that is off, and it's going to kind of round robin. It is staying at that 13. I do apologize for that staying out of focus. A little bit hard to read, but there you go. That is just the phone. And then once we do put that on, that is going to give it essentially a full watt of power. But if we take that off, iPhone is now off, bring it back down to 1. We just put that on, and that does recognize immediately. So I could tell you that is something I'm going to use simultaneously, right? So that's going to give it, yeah, about a watt The brick that it comes with, so there's a 20-watt power brick, a little hard to read, at a 1 amp. So what I recommend if you're going to use this, that you use this with the actual brick. As I mentioned earlier, this being Qi 2, it's only going to work with iPhones. That's not saying that you can't use an Android with this and somehow rig it up to where the phone kind of stands up by itself, I guess if it's a larger phone, but it's really designed just because of the magnets. You see when I put that on, it just goes right on there. Look at that. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And there is a magnet on the back of here. It's not super strong. Then you kind of fold that up. It does have a little bit of weight to it too. You would think that there would be a battery in here, but there's not. So yeah, I don't know how much battery you'd be able to really fit in there anyway. Let's see if I can get my camera to pick that up. There is some active cooling right there. Obviously, there's no fans in it, but you can see how that works. So let me show you now what other things I use. What I use to charge my phone on a daily is basically a hockey puck. It's this guy. So this is a Heckler & Design. It was designed for the iPhone 12, and they haven't really updated the platform. And they don't recommend this for an iPhone 15, which is clearly what I have. So when I use this, the hockey puck, you know how magnetic that is. But you see how the cameras are really close, and depending on the case, this may or may not work. And finding this exact model is very heavy, got the cork on the bottom. It's very nice, but you have to buy a hockey puck. And this is only going to charge just the phone. So if you're going to use multiple things, especially if you have a watch, you know, at night, whenever you're going to bed, you want to put everything up and just rock and roll where you don't have to mess around with 15 different chargers. And that's all good to go when you wake up. So that's nice. I don't have an Apple Watch. I do like this 100%. I think it's super cool. I'm actually going to put this on my desk and swap out that from the Heckler Design because I love this feature of being able to charge this. Now, if this just had this, I honestly really would not care. It would just be like, oh, another charger, great. But the fact that it has two chargers in one and it's that compact, and the weight of it kind of stops this from moving around. And you do have those little rubber grommets on the bottom that's going to stop it from jiggling about on something smooth or glassy. You get the idea. So I would 100% recommend it. And I did get sent this for review. So I recommend you to use the link down below if you're going to buy this because it does help out this channel and help me be able to buy more power banks that you probably don't give a shit about, but I do. So anyway, yeah, it's extremely solid for what it is. I'm not going to use that watch section, but it's nice.